What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. And in today's video we are going to be talking about the over-sexualization of young girls and teens on TikTok and basically in the world today, okay? I've been wanting to do this video for a while because I have been seeing nothing but ridiculousness on TikTok and basically the over-sexualization of our youth, and it is definitely upsetting me. But without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So I saw this reaction to a TikTok of a girl saying that she used to always want to shop at Justice. If you don't know what Justice is, it was a very popular preteen clothing store back in our time, okay? I could say our time now because I'm getting grown, okay? Basically back in like maybe the mid 2000s, like 2009 to like 2013, 14, it was a very popular clothing store for young girls that everybody wanted to go to, and she was basically saying how it was really pricey when she was a child, but now it's sold in Walmart. So a girl reacted to that TikTok and basically explained why this is the case. Take a look at this.
To buy me overpriced Justice clothes, and now it's at Walmart.
So for those of you guys that do not know, Justice is basically like a Hollister, like a Victoria's Secret, but like for preteens. Most of their clothing was aimed towards maybe 8 to 14-year-olds. I didn't learn about this brand until I went to a predominantly white middle school. And bitch, I would save up my money just to shop at the clearance section. I still think their clothes are cute, but let's talk about why it's at Walmart. Not only Justice is at Walmart, but another brand aimed at preteens like Claire's is also being sold at Walmart. These companies are losing money because preteens no longer exist. Once a kid turns 11 or 12, they immediately start dressing the exact same as a 16-year-old. This is an 8th grade graduation. These girls are 12 or 13. Same reason why Toys R Us got closed. There's no such thing as a preteen phase anymore. Kids stop behaving like children after they hit like 10.
So that TikTok basically said all that we already know. And I found that TikTok exactly what I've been thinking forever. So many young girls are in such a rush to grow up. Now, do not get me wrong, because I was one of those girls. I wanted to grow up really quickly. However, I had the parents, the adults in my life, that made sure I wasn't doing too much. And it's definitely a lot different when I was 12, 13, and even then people thought our generation was going fast. No. The Gen Zers, I'm a Gen Z person, of course, but I feel like I'm at the cusp of Gen Z and the millennials because, I don't know, I can't relate to these 2007 kids. Like, it's too much. Like, 2004, 2005, y'all are a lot. But it's definitely different now, okay? So I'm going to show you guys some examples of some girls that it literally blows my mind of why do you look so grown? Like, I can understand if you naturally look super grown, but if you're purposely trying to look like a 24-year-old or a 21-year-old, whichever, that is not okay. Number one, we're going to talk about Alabama Barker. So if you guys don't know who Alabama Barker is, I only knew who she was because I saw that she was Travis Barker's daughter, and Travis Barker is currently dating Kourtney Kardashian. His daughter literally just turned 15 not even 6 months ago, and she looks like she's 22 years old, and she's heavily engulfed in black culture. Why do you niggas
to speak, pussy you sour. Never giving credit where it's due, cause you don't like pussy and power. Venom.
Seeing some of her TikToks, the way she moves, the way she dresses, the makeup she wears, it's very much adult. She's not giving herself enough time to really mature. And you could see it all in her comments. Like, people like, oh my god, like, she's 15, like, you're lying. Or other girls that are 15 saying, why don't I look like that? It's all over the place in her comments because her being 15 is extremely shocking. Alright guys, so I just found some old photos of Alabama when she was about 11 years old. And actually not even 11, she was 10 at this time. These pictures, like, imagine your 10-year-old. Your 10-year-old dressing and acting like this. Insane. Alright guys, back to the video. I do think she's a beautiful young girl, but emphasis on young. You're young. You don't need to do all of that to try and feel accepted. And the long nails, it's just a lot. I feel like everything should be done in balance and in due time. Like, one thing I really appreciate that my mom did was that she didn't allow me to grow up so quickly. She didn't allow me to go to every party. She didn't allow me to wear all this makeup. She let me grow up gradually, and I appreciate that so much because you appreciate it so much more when you're older, when you're in your 20s. I'm now 20 and I'm now doing things that people were doing at 15 that they're not excited about anymore. But it's more fun doing it when you're actually an adult, because I think you need to give yourself time to really mature and get every ounce of joy from your childhood, from your young adulthood, from adulthood, and then being an elder. Like, give yourself time to really grow. Another young lady, Asia Monet. Asia Monet, I used to love her when she was younger. I used to watch Dance Moms a lot when I was about 11 or 12, and she was like 6.
So, do y'all remember this spunky little girl from Dance Moms, Asia? She had her own show, Raising Asia, shortly after on Lifetime. And you just remember her being this cute little ball of energy. Well, she popped up on my timeline the other day, and I have never been more shook in my life. This woman popped up on my feed. And I'm over here thinking maybe it was like the whole Sky Jackson thing. Like, I grew up watching her, so it seemed like she was younger than me, but really she was older than me. But then I looked on Google. She was born in 2005. She's 15. So she really is as young as I think she is. And I'm not going crazy. And like, girl, go off with your bad self. Cause I mean, she's stunning. Like, look at her. But like, I was not ready for this woman to grace my timeline after seeing little Asia. Like,
Asia Monet, she does not dress super promiscuously, like, don't get me wrong, but she looks very grown. There's like a grown way we go about things. I don't think that a 14 or 15-year-old should be beating their face. I'm sorry. I just feel like, no, I feel like let's just like do levels of it, like maybe a little bit of eyebrow makeup. I don't even think eyebrow makeup you need. I think you get your eyebrows threaded, but maybe some mascara, lip gloss, and some blush and you're good. I don't think all the foundation, the concealer, the eyebrows, the eyelashes, I think that's a lot, and I feel like that should just be something that you get gradually over time. Okay, so she looks very grown in my opinion. I think it's because she wears a lot of makeup. And I do understand that it is a little bit different when a celebrity or someone that is well known or an influencer is 15 because they have to do a lot more. But I also think that this is even common with like regular youth. Like the 15-year-olds I see from day-to-day life, they try to be grown, but it's like, it gives off child anyway, because whenever they try to act grown, you know they're young, even if they look super grown because of the way they move. Because you're a kid still, but you're just trying to be an adult. But we all know you're a kid because of how you move. So just act like a kid. Another person I'm going to speak on is Bad Baby. I think her name is Danielle Bergoli, I believe. So she just turned 18, but we all know when she came out with the Dr. Phil episode, she was like 14, and then she quickly sprouted and grew so quickly, and that may have been because of media, but it's also because of negligence, I feel like, from her mother's part. And I feel like she let her grow up too fast and rushed it a little bit too much. I feel like let's let our daughters grow gradually. Let's not rush up and speed up the pedestal. I feel like there's just so much to youth that you need to accept and take in without rushing it. And the last person I'm going to talk about is Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner, of course, is like 23, 24 now. But if y'all don't remember, when she was 15, 16, she started skyrocketing, getting a plastic surgery, doing a lot, allegedly. Plastic surgery, allegedly, let me say that. But she got a lot of stuff done at such a young age and didn't allow herself to grow. Now, in my opinion, Kylie's 23, 24, and she looks like a 40-year-old woman because she got too much done, didn't let herself grow. So now I'm going to break down the big part of why I think these girls are so grown and why they're doing so much. There is a lot of over-sexualization on TikTok. I feel like TikTok definitely over-sexualizes our youth. TikTok is quick to take down a video that speaks on Black Lives Matter, but will keep up a video of a 14-year-old in a bikini twerking. That's weird. We have so many sexualized songs on TikTok platforms, songs that I do love, but the dance trends you have young kids doing. I saw, you know, we have the WAP challenge. You have all the Megan challenges and her dances. You have the twerkulator. I saw one TikTok dance. I saw like this 8-year-old doing it. I can't remember the name, but it's not super popular, but I was like, she's really dancing to this, and he's talking about P's and D's and all this stuff, and an 8-year-old's dancing to this stuff, and they're consuming this all the time. Basically, a lot of these dances have young girls humping the floor, dancing very sexually, twerking, spreading their legs, just doing a lot of stuff that is basically prime central for predators, okay? TikTok is probably where they're all on the regular basis because people are allowing their children to be on these platforms at such a young age and consuming this, and then Not only that, you have videos of young girls talking about their sexual experiences at like 15, what they've done, what they're gonna do, how their first time was. Now, I'm not saying that having sex whenever you feel is best or most suitable for you is a bad thing. Like, you had sex at 14, if you felt that was good for you, then that's your own business. I'm not judging you for that. But the fact that there's so many girls sharing their sexual experiences on social media platforms for some attention is ridiculous. And once again, we get back into the clothes and what they're wearing and the bikinis. It's just a lot going on. And then I'm always shocked when I click on someone's profile. I'm like, oh, she's 15? Like, what? Like, it's insane to me why these young girls are literally doing all this stuff, and their parents are full-blown supporters from what I've seen. Mom and dad are doing TikToks with their kids in bikinis. It's a lot. Like, your daughter's 15. Let Becca chill, okay? Becca, go study. So with all of this, what I will say, it definitely gives grown men and even boys the idea that these girls are 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 are women when they in fact are not. 18-year-olds are not even women, they're children. They can pretend that they are women, okay? But they're not. That's still a child. And it's just weird when men are 30 and want to talk to an 18-year-old or waiting for her to turn 18 because she was just 17 yesterday. She's still a kid. That's just weird. But the main thing I think of why a lot of these young girls do this is because they're looking for validation. And this connects to the very harsh reality of social media. Now, I've said this in previous videos, I think social media is a wonderful thing, but I also think it is a very toxic and dark thing in place, okay? A lot of these young girls are looking for validation. They want to amount to these 25-year-old women that are getting the attention. They want to look like these women. They want to be these women, okay? I honestly feel so sorry for this generation because when I first got on Instagram, I was 12 years old. However, Instagram was way different when I was a kid versus when these 12-year-olds are kids now. When I was on Instagram, Instagram was just a social platform for you to post pictures of you and your friends. And it was very chill. You might play with some filters, but there was no body altering stuff. It was very, very chill. This was back in 2012. Today, in 2021, just flip those last two numbers backwards, okay? It is way different. These young girls are indulged with so much hypersexualization, seeing these young girls or older women that are now getting paid off of their bodies. They are now having this luxurious lifestyle. They're getting more attention. They're getting more likes. All of that plays a massive part into why these girls are trying to grow up so quickly and are trying to eliminate the preteen phase. And being sexy is the new cute. Y'all clown JoJo Siwa. Now, JoJo was wearing a lot of big bows and stuff for a very long time in her life. But even when JoJo was like 13, 14, people were saying like, okay, JoJo, you gotta stop wearing that stuff. Like, stop dressing like a big toddler. Why is it bad that JoJo is dressing the way she dresses, but you got Alabama Barker dressing like a 25-year-old, but that's okay. But what JoJo does is not okay. I would rather my kid be a big JoJo than an Alabama Barker, okay? I'm not having my child, like, it's just too much. At 14, 15 baby, you're not, no. Like, you're not dressing like that. You're not doing all these sexualized moves. That's too much. So all these girls are trying to be sexy because they don't want to be shamed like JoJo's being shamed and shamed by their friends. So they can't go through that awkward stage that we all have gone through, the awkward preteen phase. I feel like it's just a part of growing up. That's an important part of our lives. We all have to go through it in order to turn into these elegant young women when we get older. Because even myself, like, I'm now considered a young woman, but I'm still young. When I look back 5 years from now, I'm gonna be thinking I look like a baby right now. But it's because I'm taking my time and I'm not doing too much. I literally just take baby steps in everything that I do. I'm never in a rush to grow up or rush of life because life goes by fast. When I was younger, yes, I definitely did that. But now I take every day a step at a time. Now I am a little hyped for my 21st birthday, but still, I'm taking every day a step at a time because there's this beautiful thing of life that you just never get back. And I appreciate my childhood so much. I appreciate my preteen phase and us looking at all these Disney Channel shows, watching Hannah Montana, Shake It Up. Now these girls are watching Real Housewives of Alabama. I don't know. I don't watch Real Housewives, but they're watching these shows so young now. They don't have what we had, I don't think. And it's crazy that the older generation would talk about us, but we definitely were a lot more cleaned up, if we're being honest, okay? I think every generation obviously says this, but we definitely were. We were still at home. We still were watching Disney Channel. We still watched Nickelodeon. We still dressed like preteens and like children. We weren't doing too much like these young girls are today. Hold on, guys. My sister overheard what I was saying, and now she has a comment. A mess, but it's okay. It's hot in here. Tyann, speak.
So my comment on what she was saying, this is now that we've realized that there's no preteens anymore, it makes sense why whenever us who are a little bit older, whatever, you think about, like, when I was 13, I didn't look like that. when I was 14, why did they look so different? Because we went through preteen. Like what is it? What, 11 or 12?
It's 11 to 13 to 12. Yeah, 11 to 12, 13.
Okay,
yeah.
so 11 to that 12, 13 phase is very different than the girls now. And that's why I'm like, okay, that's why I looked so much different.
But they don't allow themselves to grow and prosper into baddies like us, okay? Like, you gotta let yourself, you have to hit every phase, because how are you gonna peak at 15? That's not cute.
And then also, at that age, we were figuring out how to do makeup, looking a freaking mess. They are like makeup artists already.
That's not crazy. That's not okay. And I can't believe the parents are letting them do this. I don't know. It just it really affects the parent. Yeah, and it's just not cute.
And I tell Toni all the time, like, because of the way that we are, our kids are not going to like us. Y'all, if y'all are looking at this now, like a million years into the future, y'all are not going to like us because you are not going... I refuse to have a 13-year-old who looks like she's 25. Like, no.
I don't feel right.
Absolutely not.
But yes, thank you for your credits. Bye. She was listening to me filming this. So thank you for my sister's special credits. But I also want to talk about scientific stuff behind this. And I'm going to be reading off my computer a little bit because I don't have all the facts just in my brain, okay? Research shows that social media use deeply impacts the psychology of young girls, with the rising incidence of anxiety, depression, self-harm, suicide, in correlation to heavy social media use. And y'all remember I said that. If y'all saw my video about plastic surgery, like the dangers of plastic surgery, I literally said I feel like a lot of the reason why everybody today is always depressed is because of social media. Let me just say that. But I just want to add that in there, okay? So one study also showed that the culture on social media also disproportionately affects the way they perceive themselves and their general well-being as opposed to young boys. So we're talking about girls here, okay? Even more alarming research has shown for years a rapid increase in how much teens and children are using social media on a day-to-day basis more than ever before. Teenage girls desperately seek acceptance and approval, I just said that. They long to be seen as desirable. With underdeveloped brains and the judgment of a teenager, young girls are the perfect target for dangerous exploitation on social media. So that basically summarized everything I said, but in big people words, okay? My audience is mainly like, I think, 25 to 34. But if you are 13, 14 watching this, if you see that you are heavily depressed a lot, or you have a lot of body image issues, body dysmorphia, you don't feel that you're beautiful, please look at what you're looking at on social media. Please be okay with shutting down social media for a little bit. Unfollow people that make you feel less than. There doesn't have to be hate towards that, but if they make you feel ugly or they make you feel like you're not as beautiful as you really are, just get rid of them, okay? It's not a bad thing, but it helps with your mental health and it helps you not to wish ill on them. So there's just so much that comes to play with this whole over-sexualization and hyper-sexualization of these young girls. You guys are young, y'all are beautiful, you guys have so much to look forward to. Let yourself grow, and in due time, all of the good things that come with being an adult will come. Nobody wants to peak at 15, okay? It's so much more fun when you go through your awkward stage and then you grow up to be really cute when you get older. Like, let your awkward stage flourish. And honestly, I feel like that's like your happiest phase, when you just are you and you're carefree and you and your peers are carefree. But just allow yourself to grow and mature. Be a kid. It's okay. You're gonna miss it. Like, be a kid. I miss so many aspects of like middle school and high school. Would I ever go back? Absolutely not. But little aspects I do miss of, like, you know, just being carefree, not having to worry about what's next all the time. Like, now, like, for me, it's like I'm almost done with college, and it's I have to look at, am I gonna work? I don't have like school as an excuse anymore. I have to really work hard and make sure I get what I need to get done. But just allow yourself to really appreciate it, okay? Appreciate your youth. It's a beautiful thing, and it allows us to flourish and become the wonderful women that we are today. And last but not least, I'm also gonna blame some parents. Parents, y'all need to do better. Check your kids' phones. Make sure that they're not doing too much. Now, don't be too, you know, don't be the helicopter mom, but I think it's very important to speak to your children, see how they're feeling, have daily conversations with them, or weekly or monthly. Just speak to your kids and make sure that they're good, especially your daughters, because every day it's a struggle. Like, even someone as old as me, I'm only 20, but it still is a struggle sometimes seeing girls that it appears are doing better than you, because there's so many people that you see on social media that are like 23 and they have their own house, they have their own car. I don't have a car yet. Like, there's so many components that fall into that we don't even think about. So speak to your girls, make sure that they know they're loved, make sure they know that they're appreciated, call them beautiful, say you love them even if they don't want to hear it from you all the time. Those things are so important to raising a very confident, self-aware, beautiful young woman. Alright y'all, so that's the end of this video. If y'all like this video, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Comment down below your views on this topic. What do you guys think? Of course, be respectful. Don't be disrespectful. You will be blocked, okay? And I just want to hear what your thoughts are, your views on all of this, because this has been heavily stuck in my mind, and seeing that TikTok made me know I have to do a video on this really, really soon. So that's the end of this video. Like I said, I love and appreciate you all so very much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys. Love you. Mwah.